Because the big thing is we want to use the 1 hour and the 30-minute for our entries. Like, is this a good thesis? Is the market structure supporting our trade? Use the 15-minute and the 5-minute to, once we have a thesis in the 30-minute that says, hey, we want to take this trade, then we can enter the trade with the lower time frames. Hello, today is Friday, August 9th. Thank you for watching my video. I didn't really trade much today. One loss on one contract, but there's a big change I made in my trading philosophy and plan that you're going to want to stick around and find out about. So thank you for watching my video, and let's dive into the analysis. So this is the analysis I did on today's setups. Not a whole lot of trading opportunities. It started out as like a range continuation flag of yesterday's move up, and my big philosophy, the thing I changed, and this makes a video I just made somewhat irrelevant, is I eliminated my breakout setup. And I already eliminated my reversal and like range day setup. I already eliminated my range day setup and reversal setup a few weeks before. So now I just have a pullback setup. I am just only focusing on trading pullbacks because I was trying to do too much. I'm trying to think about too many things, and I just want to specialize in one thing and think about everything that happens in the market from the lens of, is this a pullback or not? And within the context of pullback, I do include flags, right? So even though if we look at the 1 hour chart in the top middle or the 30-minute chart in the top right, even though this is still drifting up, it's still an uptrend, there are still pullbacks. Some people would classify this as a breakout trade, and that may help them, but for me, I just want to be only focused on pullbacks. So today we would only be biased to the long side because of the 1 hour chart. The 30-minute chart, we are above those moving averages. We are still setting slightly higher highs, slightly higher lows. So it is acceptable to get long. The trade I took today, which you'll see in the analysis, wasn't a great trade. You can see my fills on bar 3 and bar 4 in the lower right 5-minute chart. But yeah, that was a dumb trade, and it's because I was thinking about everything in the context of a breakout, right? This morning, because we were near prior day highs, and I was like, I didn't want to miss out on the breakout up, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just waited for a pullback. Now, there wasn't really anything in the first 90 minutes, which is when I want to trade. So I probably would have just sat that out. Later in the day, there were some decent opportunities. A couple scalp just to buy and set the take profit pretty close. In fact, all of these in the bottom right, I probably, for both of those, the take profits would have been probably, for the first one in the bottom right, the take profit would have just been at prior day high at the top of that range. But the second one, because it is a higher low, it's a pullback, sets a higher low. We get a confirmation bar on the 5-minute. We get a confirmation doji on the 15-minute and the 30-minute. That is a good bar to buy and hold for a higher level than the prior day high. I'm saying all this in hindsight. I have hindsight bias, but that is, it makes sense to take that trade because it has been holding those levels. And the big thing is we need to wait for confirmation. We can't just say, oh, I want to get long. I think it's going to go long up. It's going to go long eventually. But we need to execute. And to execute, we need to have confirmation. So if you notice all of these confirmations, my stupid, simple rules that are distilled now into just a couple bullet points, just 2 bullet points. I'll include them at the end of the video. Or I'll put an image up right now, actually. I'll put an image up now of my stupid, simple rules. This is what I want to follow. I changed a few more things around in the rest of the document. I'll make another setups video eventually. Pretty soon, probably. Maybe this weekend. But yeah, I just only want to focus on pullbacks, and I want it to be stupid simple, and I want it to be measurable and objective so that another trader could follow what I do. And we see on here, we get confirmation that either the market is turning around and it's going to start pulling back up our way, or yeah, it just stays above EMAs on the higher time frame. It continually set higher lows. It's tricky because how would you, if you were long at the first bit in the morning, how would you avoid getting tricked? You just have to wait. You have to wait for a bit until you got a good confirmation signal. And bar 14, that's like very long into the market being open. I mean, by then it's hard to stay that patient. Maybe I would have walked away. But if I'm saying, I don't know what the hell's happening, and I just left, I just walked away at, and said, hey, I'm just going to come back at the close of each 15-minute, well, maybe that'd be different. Maybe I would actually be able to take a trade. Because the big thing is we want to use the 1 hour and the 30-minute for our entries. Like, is this a good thesis? Is the market structure supporting our trade? And then use a 15-minute and the 5-minute to, once we have a thesis in the 30-minute that says, hey, we want to take this trade, then we can enter the trade with the lower time frames. All right, let's watch the tape for today. All right, so here is a screen recording now of what I did today. So I got long. I thought I was just trying to buy. I was just trying to buy the pullback. I thought the market was telling me, hey, we're going long, we're going to go up, we're going to break out of the highs. That was foolish because in all likelihood, yesterday it ended the day with a range. So it's likely that we're just going to continue that range for a bit. I think getting long at the bottom is acceptable because we're still like in an uptrend looking at the 30-minute and looking at the hourly, not the daily, but it's been holding those levels on the upside, and I think there's reason to expect that we would retest prior day highs. So I'm not upset that I tried to get long. I just wish I waited for more confirmation before attempting to get long. I would have liked to see a move down and then a doji candle on the 15-minute or 30-minute showing that the market made a move down, it failed, and now we're going to try for a move up. It would appear as like a doji bar on the 15-minute or 30-minute. On the 5-minute, it would probably appear more like a confirmation candle up. It can appear as like a doji on the 5 minute, but like what I want to see is like that it pushes down, it fails to push down, and then we go up. You can guess for that. You can go, according to my rules, I can guess for that. I can go for an aggressive entry, but a much better approach, a safer approach, would be to wait for confirmation. So if you look at yesterday's close, like look at bar 74, there's a doji sign signaling we're going to go up. If you look at the chart for later that I had at the start of my video and that I have at the end of this video, you'll also see, well, it's about to reappear, but you'll see the type of candles that I do want to buy up. Okay. You can go aggressive. You can like buy the close, buy the bottom, but it's better to wait. Okay, and yeah, here we are. So like bar 14 on the 5 minute, bottom right. That's probably like the first like really good bar that I would have bought. Just because it is a doji, it is at the bottom of the range, and it's reasonable to expect that the bulls would come back in because we are in an uptrend, and that doji can signify, hey, we're turning around. And there's not really a super clear gray entry on the 30-minute or the 15-minute that early in the day. But that's why we just use those higher time frames to get our bias and say, what's the market structure telling us to do? Oh, the market structure is saying go up. Okay. And then we look at the 15-minute and the 5-minute to actually see where those times could be. So, yeah, that does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody had a good week trading. Have a great weekend. Peace.